unique in this country in some respects for what we have to offer when people come. We're also leading on how to handle things like university decorum and these protests. And I look around what's happening at like Columbia. I look around what's happening at places like Columbia, and the inmates are allowed to run the asylum. It doesn't work that way. In the University of Florida, Florida State, all universities have been very strong in saying, you can say what you want, but you don't have the right to commandeer territory. You don't have the right to harass students or faculty or any of that. And if you do violate code of conduct, we're going to show you the door. You will be expelled. And that's what should be done in every part of this country. So we're going to continue to do that and make sure that we are upholding basic standards of conduct and basic standards of decency. And what I found is, these people that do this stuff in these other parts of the country, they do it because there's never any repercussions, and so they just get away with it. The minute you tell one of these people, you're not going to get graduate from Columbia, you're expelled, you will see a change of behavior. That's just the reality. But the administrators don't have the fortitude and the strength to actually stand up and do what's right. And that's different in Florida. We're doing what's right. We're going to continue to do that. And we also, and I announced in January that we would be waiving our transfer rules, because usually you have to be in another university for a certain period of time. We're going to be waiving that for students who are being discriminated against. Largely right now, that's Jewish students in this country, given what's going on. Our rules aren't limited to that. I mean, if there's other people that are in a bad environment, we do. But I think you're going to see some of these students in some of these schools to say, you know what? The hell with it. Why would I want to put myself through that and be targeted by these rage mobs on campus? I can come to Florida and actually know that I can study in a good environment and be treated with respect. So I think you're going to start to see a lot of people take us up on that offer. We won't know until the fall semester, but we're a much different environment, and people are noticing that. And what we're doing is the right thing to do. And it's sad that what we're doing is even noticeable, because this should just be kind of how all this is. It used to be you would have some of this campus stuff, maybe at like a Berkeley or in some of these pockets, but now it's kind of become the norm all across most of the United States. I think Florida certainly is an exception, and there's some others that are exceptions. And the same thing with just outside of university campuses. You have these pro-Hamas people taking over bridges and taking over streets in other parts of the country. They tried to take over a street in Miami, and they got dragged off the street and dumped on the side of the road. We're not going to let you take over the streets. It's absurd that you're going to make people wait in traffic and do all that stuff. It doesn't make sense. So I'm proud of what we have to offer with the natural resources and this, but I'm also proud of just leading with common sense and saying, you know what? Florida is going to be a refuge from the insanity that we see in so many other parts of the country.